Mediterranean cuisine has become increasingly popular over the years. But why? Let's discuss the Mediterranean lifestyle, particularly the Mediterranean diet. What are the benefits, and why are so many choosing Mediterranean as a healthy lifestyle? To begin, let's start off with discussing where this diet originated. As the name implies, this diet reflects on the habits of many different Greek countries, including parts of Crete, which is one of the Greek islands, Greece as a whole, as well as parts of Italy. France, Spain, and many other countries surrounding the Mediterranean Sea are also engaging in this type of lifestyle. When zeroing in on the dietary habits of these countries, researchers have found a diet that is rich in fruits and vegetables, seafood, and healthy fats such as extra virgin olive oil, nuts, and seeds. When comparing this to a typical American diet, one will notice a major difference in the consumption patterns of red meat, chicken, sweets, and high-fat dairy products. These items are typically found in small quantities in the Mediterranean diet. In fact, if you imagine a food pyramid, many of these items would be towards the top, representing lower consumption recommendations. So now that you know a little more about this particular diet in regards to where it comes from and what it consists of, you might be wondering what all the hype is about. As studies have shown, this type of diet and lifestyle can provide many health benefits, including protection against cardiovascular disease, as well as certain cancers like breast cancer, and the improvement in cognitive function while also decreasing the risk of Alzheimer's. According to the publication listed on this slide, the high levels of monounsaturated fats and oils have been shown to be very beneficial, as they have anti-inflammatory effects, which possibly help protect against these diseases. Another recent study showing the health benefits of this diet, but more so on age-related cognitive decline, found that the abundance of antioxidant-rich foods can relate to improved cognitive function. This could also lead to a decreased risk in Alzheimer's disease. However, more research is needed to determine the specific mechanisms of this benefit. Now that you know the benefits of this particular diet, you may be wondering how to begin living the Mediterranean lifestyle. There are many simple ways to begin implementing the Mediterranean diet in your daily life. Try these steps. Cooking with olive oil. Olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil, is a great source of poly and monounsaturated fats, aka healthy fats. As discussed previously, these sources of fats provide anti-inflammatory effects, which may go into protecting against cardiovascular diseases. Olive oil is great drizzled on salads, for roasting vegetables, or to create a refreshing marinade with lemon juice, garlic, and herbs. You can even use olive oil in place of saturated fats, such as replacing margarine or butter when baking. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are great sources of antioxidants as well as other vitamins, minerals, and even fiber. Fiber is always an important component to food, as it not only helps to keep your gastrointestinal tract running smoothly, but also helps to lower cholesterol, all while controlling blood sugar. It also helps to promote fullness, which can help to lead to possible weight loss. An additional benefit of eating more fruits and vegetables is the increased potassium intake, which can help counteract some of sodium's effects, helping to maintain healthy blood pressure levels. A tip to eating more fruits would be eating fruit as a dessert instead of something like ice cream, whereas a tip for eating more vegetables include making them the main dish of your meal. Legumes, especially beans, peas, and lentils, are great options to replace most meat, as well as creating dips such as hummus, which is typically made out of chickpeas. Choose whole grains instead of refined grains and pastas. Just like fruits and vegetables, grains also have fiber in them. Whole grains compared to refined grains are preferred as they contain more vitamins and minerals. This is because whole grains contain all parts of the grain, including the bran, germ, and endosperm, while refined grains just include the endosperm. The fiber found in grains also helps to lower cholesterol levels and inflammation, making it heart healthy. Try making at least half of your grains whole. You can do this by trying whole wheat bread or pasta, quinoa, bulgur, brown or wild rice, or buckwheat. Substitute fish for red meat. Try doing as the Mediterranean people do and incorporate fish or shellfish into your diet at least 2 times per week. The omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, also in olive oil, nuts, and seeds, can help with various health-related issues including lowering cholesterol in those at risk for cardiovascular disease, while also providing anti-inflammatory effects. Options to choose from include canned clams, tuna, crab, salmon, and oysters. Limit high-fat dairy products by switching to skim or 1% milk products. By making this switch, the amount of calories you are consuming will decrease considerably. If using a dairy product such as cheese, consider using light or moderate amounts and selecting a cheese that uses skim or 1% milk. A great dairy product to consider is Greek yogurt, as it usually contains more protein than regular yogurt. Greek yogurt is also an excellent source of probiotics, which can improve digestion and kill harmful gut bacteria. Try swapping out sour cream or even mayonnaise in a dish and replace it with Greek yogurt for a healthy alternative. Another simple but essential tip to living the Mediterranean lifestyle is to enjoy mealtime. Enjoy mealtime by eating slowly and savoring your food, while also spending quality time with friends and family. Remember, laughing and enjoying time with others is good for reducing stress. Although this isn't as nutrient-focused as other tips, it is still something to remember. It's called conviviality. Finally, one last tip of a Mediterranean lifestyle is physical activity and taking the time to move. Physical activity doesn't necessarily have to include going to the gym. Those living in Mediterranean countries often keep active by gardening, walking, or biking in place of traveling by car. Try reaching the recommended amount of physical activity for individuals, which is 30 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise at least 5 days a week. I hope you consider implementing these simple tips into your everyday life. However, if you are still unsure of what recipes to make, a couple of delicious yet simple Mediterranean dishes may include a pasta salad with fresh arugula, whole wheat pasta, crumbled feta, and olives, homemade pizza with tomato sauce, arugula, or other vegetables, and fresh mozzarella cheese, seared salmon with a fresh side salad. If you would like to learn more about the Mediterranean diet, consider Penn State Extension's Mediterranean Cuisine Comes to You classes, with the option of face-to-face in select counties and as an online course. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you have enjoyed this presentation about choosing Mediterranean as a healthy lifestyle.